Hello everyone, we're starting in a moment. I'm just updating some things that YouTube messed up. I mean, I prepared some settings for the new stream, but it actually used my settings from my previous stream. So I'm just fixing that. And it was showing the wrong thumbnail, the wrong title. No, the title was correct, everything else was the wrong one. So let's see. Okay, it's good now. So here we go again, leveling my fort. Hunting goblins, squashing bugs, doing all things forged and steampunk. Okay, I think we're about as ready as we can get.
Take a look around.
Let's get some goblin potions. I probably would keep leveling some goblin frontier levels again. I'll put all that high vid gear back to where it was. So yeah, let's just go to my... You're already at the stage where we're doing maps in the goblin frontier. In the meantime, let's put all that goblin gear where it belongs. Not goblin, but high vid gear, I mean. So I think that's it for our heavy gear for now. I don't think there's anything else that we could get from here.
Crafted item is now complete.
Wait, I think maybe there's something worth it here. No. Although this is good for the hive, it might take it. This is also a hive weapon, which might be better than what I've got there. Okay, am I missing anything else? I think that's kind of it. All done with the setup. Now let's take the map, start crafting the next one, and just go in and do some farm. XP grinding. Let me just check if I'm using my correct build. I think I pretty much am, almost, except a few differences. I was using this thing here before. This kind of is my build, my gem for now. Later on I will experiment when I have more skills maxed out, but for now I'm just sticking to those skills. They seem to be good for WoW leveling. A good starter setup, as I would call it, for the Forged class is this combination of skills that I'm using now. Upper excavated mines with damage enhanced is what we're getting for the first map. So double the damage, double the fun. Okay, let's just give it some time to load properly. There's the rubber bending and stuff.
Vent excess heat.
Okay, so far the game has had a bit of a stutter, but that's probably just at the start of the level. Because I haven't touched anything on the settings side, so... Okay, stacking those damage over time effect. Okay, I really need to check. Okay, I think I'm safe now. I just switched off the Dark Launcher. I've noticed that.
Vent heat to use more skills.
I'm not sure if that's just true for me, but it seems to be helping a bit when I play. I'm not sure why the perfect world Arc Launcher needs to have 5 different executables, some of them with the same exact name running all the time. Okay, that was a lot of damage that I took from somewhere, probably from all those ranged monsters.
Time to vent heat.
Seems to be pretty.
Time to vent.
And then some legendaries, but he's tanky, so that's understandable. Even on the disc match, the tanky monsters take a lot of time to kill. But of course I can't compare this guy to a disc mage damage wise, it's just huge difference. He's closer to the Realm Master but not to the disc mage when it comes to damage outputs. But I'll wait for when I max out as much skills as possible before I make such a judgment. Swookshot seems to be doing good damage for single target, for let's say single target with piercing, but I think rapid fire is better in a way, because you can fire faster and you still hit well enough. This is what 63.66 cannon damage, and this is 194.1 cannon damage. Let's try playing with this for a while just to check. Although it's probably a waste to use it on those little goblins. I wanna check it versus a tough elite or a boss monster or something like that. Discount how much damage it. So like 4 hits were enough to kill this brute with Swag Shot level 1.
Vent heat to use more skills.
Okay, again 4 shots is all it took. Okay, I hit it twice from all the shots I did, one of them. Yes, Swag Shot probably would be a good skill once I level it up for bosses and tough opponents that just take too long to. Especially if you have a good cannon. Currently I'm not using a bad cannon for my level. I think it's better than my other items, damage wise. Let's see, I'm using this cannon, which is amazing DPS, compared to this sword, which is... the good thing about the sword is poison, and it goes well with this Bane. But yeah, the chance to poison manages to get me to proc the Bane, so that's why I like this sword. And this one I'm keeping for the chance to shock so I can use those extra bolts. Okay, let's just get a vent bomb.
Time to vent.
Okay. Haven't seen any shamans, but I keep seeing some monsters getting revived. Now I hear a shaman somewhere. I guess it died.
Your pet has run away.
Pets and emulator maps don't go well pretty nice. Same goes for the toxic maps in the high return. The pets kind of end up staying where it shouldn't. Oh, this I wanna pick up. What's that, a shield? Oh, a hatch. A weird looking hatch. I wanna see what it looks like. It's actually even an upgrade, so let's just keep it for now. Yeah, it looks kind of very nice. A pretty cool looking hatch. Okay, let's keep moving. Ah shit, I can't move. And this is why I really wish I wouldn't have to hold control for force move. A toggle would be way better than having to hold down a key and use your pinky just so you could move. Skill the same way we have attack skill, but just move. I would really put it here and not be bothered. I'm okay with losing one skill on my build for some classes instead, but for that I would be able to have some move or attack and move. Still not sure whether this is better than rapid fire damage wise, because rapid fire fires very fast. So sometimes I will need to make a So for a brute, let's say 4 shots. Let's change the skill quick. And let's see how fast we can kill this brute. Oh. Faster. But I need a new one. It's hard to tell. Maybe it's exactly the same amount of time it takes me to kill with either. But of course, hookshot is piercing, so it compared to rapid fire. So I'll use hookshot for a bit, because I haven't so far. I only used it on my YouTube video, but I actually haven't played much besides when I was recording the footage for that video. Poison Dart seems like a good contender for my third skill to max out. I've so far maxed Cyclone and I'm I'm almost maxing ramming robot, so I probably could max out rapid fire, but maybe I should just do some poison dart. We'll see. I'm maxing rapid fire because all of those skills would benefit from the passive bonus, even if I decide to eventually not use it in my final build. Or builds, depending, because I'll be swapping builds. Even when some skills are not maxed out, I do have every single skill unlocked, so I can experiment with builds. Might not be as effective when some are on level 1 or so, but that's still not that bad. Still doable to have a build even with some skills at level 1. I'd rather put this boss here. Oh, Lito. Interesting combination.
Vent heat to use more skills.
Come on, boss, come down here. I don't want to fight you there. And my pet, of course, put Diagro. Come, pet, come here. Yeah, for a boss, I think this is better. Rapid fire. It regenerates health boss, like this one. But die soon. Just try and.
Your pet is fleeing. Time to vent.
Movement wide cyclone when he turns to attack me. Interesting strategy. I never thought of that. I use hammer spin on my.
Vent excess heat.
Back and forth. The AoEs in between.
Your pet has returned. Time to vent. You are overburdened.
It is painful to play on this class at first, but maybe he'll become more powerful later on. We'll see. For now, he seems pretty weak compared to a mage, but kinda too soon to judge at this level. This seems pretty nice. Okay, time for the next map. But leveling up seems slower, very slow. It's slower than it was before the patch, after level 30, so kind of not happy about the leveling up speed now. Yeah, the first few levels are fast, but they're fast in every other game. And the last few levels just feel too grindy. At one point I probably might even give up and not level up this character. And just level it up when I'm farming, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not happy because I got like less than half a level for this map. And I haven't had few bits of XP like around here I think or so when I started. And I didn't miss many monsters, probably like 5% of the monsters maximum is what I've skipped. And the other thing is it's taking longer to kill monsters on this class than on the other two. So it's very slow to level up solo. If I had a disc mage in the group it would be pretty nice. Or a rail master to spam dynamites. And ghost trains and all that stuff. But this is the biggest problem of this game, it's very hard to find people to play with. Even when you spam Discord LFG chat, most of the times people are not playing on your time zone and stuff like that. Made it good at the first few levels, but they made it worse in the levels afterwards. Or at least I'm just unlucky and it seems very bad and slow leveling after level 30. On the Rail Master and the Mage it took me like a week of playing the game to level up a Frontier to level 50. Roughly average, around let's say 5-6 hours a day when I was doing that leveling up thing. Some days I would go for like 8-10 hours, others I would go for less.
Vent heat to use more skill.
Okay, this one's down. Okay, let's keep moving. Good thing I'm not getting double HP maps, because that would be painful on a Forged with this weak DPS. Probably I'll even skip it. If I get a double HP map, I'll immediately return to my base and start a new one. I just can't be bothered on a forged to deal with monsters twice the HP. I'm okay paying the extra 500 gold for the next map. Gold is not the problem in the game, thankfully. And yesterday there was some problems with the server, so I kind of lost 8 maps trying to start a map and ending up in the same place where I entered the map. So gold is really not the problem. I still have like 12,000 gold, even with that extra 4,000 I lost yesterday. This guy, the first few levels I got down all the way to 2,000 gold from 17,000. So I was wasting a lot of gold resurrecting at first. So new hero. Gold, if you keep playing other higher than yours and you don't have the appropriate gear. Realm Master can be tough as well at the first few levels, because if you're not using the train and the ranged abilities, you might find yourself in tough situations.
Time to vent heat.
Okay, we'll be doing wide vault now at the end of this map, and this is something I really want to see. How fast I can do wide vault. He's a tough, mean son of a, so we'll see. I think they removed the map mods in boss zones, so that might be something good. If it really works the same way as it does for the shaman in Pillaged Village, and wide vault is the same way, it would be nice. There we go, double HP map. Now this will be a tough challenge to do. But it's not the first stage, so I have to actually complete it. I've already started. I have the option to just use this haste shrine and rush to the boss, but that would be just skipping too many monsters. Although it seems like a good idea. Let's see how far we can get with that shrine. Ah, wrong way, wrong way. Okay, we managed to get all the way here before the haste shrine ran out. So not so bad. Okay, I've said it very often, but I really like those new electricity and boats items. They are an extra layer of fun for me in the game. Okay, there's some heavy whack now. He managed to resurrect him before he died. Okay, let's see what we can do against White Wolf. Also, abysmally slow today when processing a video. It's been processing a video for it's been processing a 4 minute 5 seconds video for the past 5 hours. So this is how slow YouTube has been for me. It's finally done, I just checked now. It's done processing, but when I started my stream 42 minutes ago, it was still processing. Okay, my pet is here. I should use that chance to yeah, this is gonna take a while.
You're close to dying.
Oh, emulator, not the best mod to get on a boss run. I don't know why yesterday I did on Pirich Village, or maybe it was the day before yesterday. So, just the one that was innate for the shaman, which is Leto.
Your pet is fleeing.
Are there any shamans or blasters? Because if there are, I need to focus them. I see one blaster just died now.
You're badly hurt.
Okay, I took a lot of damage from somewhere. I couldn't move, fuck. Okay. Okay, the falling rocks are coming.
You're gravely wounded.
Oh, I have no potions, fuck. I didn't notice. Now I'll have to do this boss without potions, which is probably impossible, so let's quickly go and buy some potions. Oh, I can't, I'm doing a map. Well, that's not good. Not good at all. Yeah, okay, let's just go to the town. Oh, I actually could get a potion there from this chest. Okay, one potion. Let's try and do him with one potion. If If only I had a disc mage with me to deal the damage that I'm missing.
Time to vent heat. Time to vent. Death is upon you.
Okay, this is gonna be a very tough challenge. Very last phase. So okay, I'm dead. Better just die and retry. This is why I don't like that stupid limit of and the potions having their own inventory space. If that's gonna be the limit boards while doing map works maps. We need some sort or allow us to send the pet to buy us potions. I can wait for 2 minutes in the boss room for my pet to return.
Time to vent.
Do damage to bosses, I've noticed. I understand for the stun not to work damage, should at least do some bits even if it's mitigated.
Your pet has fled.
Yeah, this is gonna take forever, but I'm gonna try and do it.
Vent excess heat.
Okay, this was cool.
Your pet has arrived.
Oh, and now there's the falling spikes, okay. Extra difficulty added. I really have to get rid of those hounds quickly. I'll wait for the next spikes and then I'll just try and blast in the middle. No! Ah! Now I'm looking for a mage to join me and finish my map for me. If
Vent heat to use more skills. You are gravely wounded. Your journeys have ended.
this is gonna be so tough, man. Come on, I really need someone with a roughly level 30 mage to join my game and enter my portal to help me finish this boss. If it's a realm master, it
Time to vent heat.
potions it wouldn't be a problem, but I have got just one and I'm saving it for 5% HP, like for an emergency.
Time to vent.
Okay, the falling spikes should be here now,
Your pet has returned.
so I should be extra careful. Oh no, not yet. He's still not at 50% even. Okay, the spikes now. That was close. Yeah. Okay, spikes over. Now it's time to burst. Okay, time to run. Yeah, I could probably do it now. Once I get him under 25%, I can try and use my potion if it's really urgent. Okay, spikes, come on spikes, I wanna see them. Now I gotta get rid of those blasters quickly.
Your health is low.
Okay, use that potion. Now I've got 0 potions for use. Just can't get the proper timing where the spikes have just blasted off and there's no monsters in between him and me, so I can properly now. So again, bad timing. Oh no, spikes, spikes. I couldn't move. Fuck, I want a dedicated movement. It just cost me so much HP. Okay, I've got him. I just need to wait for those
Your
spikes
path
to
has
finish.
returned.
Next spikes and it should be over. Fine. Okay, just one potion. Just one potion it took to do that run, but wasted so much precious time on this boss. I should have skipped him, but I really wanted to do it. Okay, not worth it for just one defense extra. Let's go to the fort and start the next map. But yeah, just so annoying having to be so weak on this class. There goes the balancing, the great rebalance of April. The great disbalance more like, but anyways. Leveling feels crap after level 30, frontier level 30. This hero, I haven't played it before not much to know how weak it was, but it's extremely weak. At least at the moment. But it's always hard to balance melee and mages. Most people either make the mages overpowered, like or not overpowered, but let's say the mages powerful enough, but the melee not powerful enough, or the other way around. Like in Wosen per se, the mages are crap. You can't do shit. And with the melee, you're like breezing through most of the content, especially if you have. Here, the mages are powerful enough. The Realm Master is so-so. He can be very powerful. Yesterday I melted a wide vault at level 50 with a train build on my Realm Master. But with this guy, I don't know. It could be just this level being kind of slow, but I'll see once I'm level 50. I'm hoping it would be different story than now with this guy. And once I have some at least blue gear all over, because now I'm kind of blue gear all over, but most of them are low level, like 19, 26, 24, 26, 22. So we'll see how it is at 50, but that might take a while with the current XP rates. Before, with 3 maps, I could guarantee myself a level up. In the worst case. Usually it was 2.5 maps for level up before. But this guy is pretty slow at clearing the maps. For the time I'll clear 2 maps with this guy, I'll clear 3 maps with another character. So there's this as well. Or maybe let's say for the time I'll clear 4 maps, for the time I'll clear 3 maps with this guy, I'll clear. Okay. And I also again got that same map with wide load. This time I won't be doing the boss though, because I don't have potions. I don't have patience to be doing wide load again without potions. And we really need potions from the NPC in our fort. He's just staying there taking space, not doing anything. So why not make him a potion seller, so we wouldn't have to go through extra loading screens to go to the town to buy potions when doing map works. Or just add potions to the skill stations for each class. That's gonna give them some use. I'm just gonna not use my potions. I'm gonna die if I get killed and I'll resurrect at the same spot. Maybe I'll just use 1 potion, because I don't want those going away after I die. And sometimes this happens with elites. When you die, they despawn. Mostly legendary ones. Extra gold lost is not a problem.
Vent excess heat. Your life is slipping away. You are wounded.
Okay. Let's get some rocks. Another group of elite.
Vent.
I'll try and find someone channel. After I clear those monsters, I'll just pause there. Because it's really boring leveling up solo on this class. Although I really don't need to level it up to 50-50. I only needed to level it up so I can unlock all skills for my YouTube video. So maybe I could just stop leveling it and just play my fun characters instead of torturing myself playing this one. Okay, let me just clear those. I forgot out and tap after I clear those. Okay, hopefully someone would reply. Oh, we're leveling up soon. Nice. Excellent, excellent. Exactly what I need. Chance to shock and both spawns. And a sword with a lot of electric damage.
Your pet has arrived.
So the health per second and health on kill really needs to scale correctly. I just realized that it wasn't just the
Vent heat to use more skills.
level. Well, those mods just to get some scale. And if it's just percentages, it would be okay. HP. And then it would always scale properly. Like if the HP per second is the same values but in percent, like at the moment I've got 1.1, if that's 1.1% per second it would be good. Whereas look at this word, where was it? 25 HP on kill. Yeah, when you have 200 or 250 that's okay, 10% HP on kill. I think it should be something between 7 and 12 HP per kill, percent HP per kill on weapons for one-handed, and maybe the two-handed could go between 12 and 16% or something like that, or maybe between 10 and 15. Because imagine having 30k HP, 30,000 HP, and getting just that little bit of 20-30 HP per kill. That's not gonna help you at all. When the monsters can 3-shot you or 4-shot you, especially if they're damage enhanced. and that's HP per hit, so it's not really overpowered. Like in some games you can have such nice wife steal builds that are actually wife steal per hit. So even if they say like it might be overpowered to have a lot of HP per kill, keep in mind it's HP per kill, not per hit, so you can't abuse it with things like Cyclone mode. That don't do much damage but hit often.
Vent heat to use more skills.
Killed, lovely. Him. And I can't even imagine what leveling up Forge like, because I had some leftover items from my other characters that I could carry over, like weapons, relic weapon, etc. If you were to start Forged as your first hero, it would be probably even more painful than it is for me now, because I at least had like a good Bane, and no one starts with a good relic weapon. Well, they start with the wife drinker, but still it's not probably as good for Forged as a Bane or the other one with the crit chance, the Flaming Destroyer. Oh, White Vault, shit, I forgot. I should have just gone to my town. Now I can't go to the town unless I die. Well, now I have a new, what's it called? New cannon, maybe I'll do a bit more damage. Also, should I try leveling this up? Let's just keep leveling this. Oh, I actually needed to put 2 points in here. But that's okay, this is good enough as it is. I wonder if I should try Swag Shot. Let's just quickly change to rapid fire before it's too late.
to vent.
I'm gonna wait for the spikes.
Your pet is running away.
Okay, this was much easier than my previous map, which was the same boss. So this upgrade actually helped a lot. Just one weapon makes huge difference. Anything else that's not for throwing away? I think everything here is kind of selling material. Okay, let's check the drops.
Your pack is too heavy.
This one, it's good damage, but no poison.
Your pet is back.
Okay, one more map.
Your craft is ready to be picked up.
Okay, let's do the next one now. And this was a full map and the XP. Wasn't that bad, but it should have been better. This is one of the things I hate when it takes too long leveling. People don't like. Most people don't enjoy leveling. Most people enjoy grinding for gears, like farming high level items. I'd spend my time happily grinding away for hours and hours if I'm level 50. But if I have to grind my way to level 50 that long and just farm gear that I'm gonna change in the next few hours, it's kind of boring. This map, yeah, I'll do the usual way. One way up, one way down, and then back towards the boss.
Time to vent.
Okay, almost near the end, I think. But then I have to go all the way back. So those monsters are XP after all. I'm not sure if rushing maps just to kill elites and the bosses would actually be a good strategy now. I might try it. I might try it on my next map just to rush for the elites and the easy ones actually. I'm not gonna do the hard elites, the ones that take too long to kill. Just wanna find what the most effective way of leveling would be now after update 6. Because this now seems less effective than it was before the update to do maps. So far the XP was very bad this map and I'm almost done with it. It's like less than 20% for the whole map. And this map before would give me about 30, 35, even up to 40% XP when I clear every single monster in it. So it's kind of a half of what I could get before. Yeah, that's kind of it. Oh yeah, terrible, terrible XP. So now I'm really interested in the results of Fox's timing, how much it would take him to level up a frontier compared to how it was before. Because I'm betting this would actually take longer than it did before with the way XP is now. Sure, it might take faster the first few levels, the first 30 levels, but then the other ones would be way slower and it would just add up to a slower overall progress of the leveling. This is my guess. I'll make sure to watch out for when he's done leveling his mage to give us the details. But yeah, this was just a joke. I started my map with probably around here. I can probably watch my stream later on and see how much I got for this one map. I don't know if there's even 20% I got from this map, probably even less than 20% XP. For a single map, fully cleared. Every single monster, even the ones that are like kinda hidden. Yeah, great icon. It's unbearable and I might just go and level up, not level up, but farm a bit on the other, on the Realm Master or on the Mage a bit. Oh, they actually fixed this? Nice. There was an invisible wall there, it was very hard to get through. But it's fixed now, that's good. So this map I'll try to just make a rush of the elite monsters and stuff. Let's see what map we'll get though. Maybe it would be faster. If I just skip most of the trash mobs and just kill the elite monsters and the uniques and the legendaries and the boss. In the end it might turn out to be faster than clearing a full map. Oh, and now I'm getting the exact same map, so I can actually confirm whether it's faster or not. Of course I'll kill some monsters on my way. Okay, why is he shooting? I wanna move. Okay.
Time to vent heat.
Okay, this might be actually a good run. Oh, some more elite. Quick. Okay, so now the other way back. See how many elites we'll find on that way. Okay, not many elites on this side.
That spell cannot be cast. Vent excess heat.
I think that's almost all of the map, just a bit more. And then we can just rush towards the boss. Yeah, this probably seems like the better way to do maps now. Just rush the elites and bosses instead of bothering about all the trash mob spawns. And overall it will be faster XP per hour than clearing every single monster on your way. It would be more costly gold wise, but you still be earning enough gold that way. Of course, if you're playing a mage, maybe even clearing the map fully as you go would be fast. But on this character it doesn't seem to be the case. And good thing is I just did two exact same maps in the two different ways, and it seems this is the better option. I've got almost the same XP now, but I did the map probably twice as fast as last time.
Time to vent heat.
Legendaries there. Amazing.
Your health is low. Time to vent heat.
That's a nice place to place the AoE. Come on, stop running. He knows he's gonna die. Okay, let's see anything good this map. Yeah, kinda almost the same XP, like less than 20% XP from the map. Maybe I got 2 or 3% or 4% more XP last time I did the exact same map. But it took me twice the time then. I should probably go through my stream recording tomorrow and confirm exactly how much XP I got for exactly how much time with both ways of clearing the map. With the rushing elites or the completely kill everything. But my guess is altogether they nerfed the whole leveling process from 1 to 50 in a frontier. Like I'm 90% sure that it would take more time altogether to max out a frontier now than it did before. So time will tell. Fox should confirm when he's done and we'll know for sure then. Oh yeah, let's keep rushing actually this map as well. Let's do the elite rushing strategy. Of course, when there's so many grouped up at the same place, it's worth doing a couple of AoEs to get as much of the squishy ones as we can. Double HP map. Not really pleasant, but it's doable.
Time to vent.
There were just that one group of elites here on this map. Kinda not much. Let's hope for better results on the lower level. And did you see I actually got a decent chunk of XP for this rush. Compared to the previous map, this one's kinda better. So yeah, this rushing method is kinda nice. Well, the vortex didn't do its job there. Should have pulled them all and damaged them. Another nasty glitch working against us. Again, no elites so far on this level. So I'm just gonna try and kill when there's like a huge density of monsters at the same spot. Okay, not bad, not bad. So far, so good.
You're close to dying. Your pet has fled.
This one was decent, decent map for sure. For the amount of time it took me to get here and the XP I got, it's okay compared to Eerie Grove. So probably just Eerie Grove go. But normally gives. Although this guy's probably not worth link, but me, and then I'll know.
Time to vent. Vent heat to use more skill. You are gravely wounded.
He's regenerating. He has a lot of HP.
Your life is slipping away.
Okay, let's see. Oh, the glitchy greatsword, the one with the errors, with the ice damage. This is not bad for a two-handed weapon. Oh, nice, and upgrade. This is nice as well, an upgrade and chance to. Stun is kind of the same, just losing some steam per second dissipation. I might as well just switch to doing some high-vid quests for a bit, because that's gonna be some easy levels until I'm done with the high-vid quests. But after that, then it's gonna be grind and grind and grind. Okay, let's just get one more level here and then we can go on to the high-vid zone for some extra levels there. It's gonna help me though, if I level up some easy levels in the High-Vid Frontier, I'll have some extra skill points to max out some of the other skills I'm using. So that extra endgame grind, I'm not gonna do that map. Eerie Grove seems to be the noob trap map now, with that terrible nerf to its XP gain. Haven't seen a pillaged village today yet.
Vent heat to use more skills.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a rush of all the easy kills, easy and fast kills and elites.
Your pet is fleeing. You are near death. You can't use that skill.
This seems to be going well when I do that, when I kinda try to rush the maps. Okay, nice. So far, actually, it's pretty nice how much XP I've gotten for the amount of time I spent. So that's probably gonna be the new meta when it comes to doing maps on this class. Just skip whatever you need too much time to kill and just kill the easy trash and the elites. This is double health modifier map. This stage, so even the little trash kinda takes longer to kill.
Time to vent heat.
Okay, getting close to the boss room. I'm seeing some wagging, some terrible wagging in regards to when I hit the monster and when it actually takes damage. And it's been like that all day today. And yesterday it was okay, so something must have happened probably when they were doing things to the servers yesterday. Let's see this focus, it might actually be good. Nope.
Time to vent. Your pet is fleeing.
Pet is dead, so switch back to the...
Time to vent heat.
Okay. New hat. New cannon, dangerously close to the port. This is kind of an upgrade, and actually very nice upgrade in regards to the cooldown reduction. This one is a nice upgrade as well, although I'll be losing those bolts and the chance to shock. But the damage is kind of amazing. So maybe we should just do that for now. And the rest is just for the pet to sell. Okay, let's do some high-vid maps now. Not maps, but quests. And I heard I could hide my quest with the backwash or backswash or forward slash. We'll see which one.
Your pet has arrived.
So let's try it. Backswash or forward slash. First I need the quest to show up actually. Okay. It's not. Oh, it's this one, the forward slash. Oh, that's nice. And is that in the hotkey? It's not in the hotkeys, but it exists, so that's amazing. As for the quests, I heard that the quests in the Torchlight Frontier were broken, but we can just do the dungeon ones. Not the main quest, just the quest for each dungeon. Oh, I forgot to take my high-vid gear. Okay, now we gotta go back to the town. Not to the town, but to my fort. Okay, I can't use it. Come on, vote, vote. I wanna use it. Anything else that's high-vid frontier, high-vid frontier. Okay, most of my good stuff is in my wardrobes of the mage. all those wardrobes here and probably in the Railmaster ones as well. Okay, let's wait for the quest marks to vote. Ah, okay, I've got a quest there. Let's go finish that. That was nice. All of them bursted with one hit. Actually I'm not gonna get XP here. So if I've got a quest, let me quickly just rush the quest, I guess. Because level 7 monsters are not giving me XP. Let's see, if those don't give me anything down in the bar. Yeah, they didn't. Okay, let's just rush them. I'm just gonna kill those for the potion drop. Some easy potions.
Vent excess heat.
Okay, good. Got enough potions for this frontier now. think I should just move towards the next zone. They're already low level here for me. Yeah, this elite was level 8, so not gonna get XP I think. Did I do trample ticket? I think I did it yesterday while I was doing my YouTube video recording. Okay, let's keep going. Got that waypoint now.
Watch where you're going.
Quest finished.
All the way there. Probably just do the dungeons one by one and do whatever quests pop up in those dungeons.
Vent heat
At least
to
the
use more
waypoint's right
skills.
here. Okay. There's the elites, the first elite. I don't see a quest here.
Time to vent.
Green dark, green dark. Yeah, no quest here, but let's just finish it. I'll still try to just do some elites and trash monsters that are easy to kill. This one's gonna take a while to kill.
Can't cast that here.
Is he physical? No, he seems to be poison.
Vent excess heat. Your pet has run away.
Oh, there it is. Actually, some quest items dropping here. Nice.
Your health is low. Time to vent.
Okay, now wasted some time for barely any XP, but still.
Your path has returned.
Doesn't cut it anymore. What level are my items actually, the weapons? This seems to be a decent level. This seems to be very bad. I don't have anything better maybe. This one would be better, regardless of the level. And this one, can I put something with more DPS? This would be better even. Great, so it's better that way. And what about this thing? No, it won't be better. This? No. What about the staff? Will it be better if I put the staff? No. Rated to gem.
Vent heat to use more skills. Vent heat to use more skills.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother with those egg pots. I'm just gonna kill the easy monsters and move on.
You can't cast that here. You have increased your frontier level.
Okay, new level up. And let's pull the boss towards us. Come on, boss, where did you go? He was here. He went up there? Why? Why did he go there? Keeps running away. Why are you running? I can't say it in the proper voice, but anyways. This is one crazy mofo boss. I'm gonna try and corner him so he actually can't move. He's not attacking. Back and boss. Yeah, he ended up going backwards.
Time to vent heat.
Yeah, it's the way they made this boss, a double speed boss who just keeps running and doesn't attack.
You have a new quest.
A new quest? So I hit the level up right before the boss started and I killed a group of elites along with the boss. Let's see how much XP that was. Ember Grotto. Where is the Ember Grotto? And Bogwood Hole. That's Bogwood Hole where I am. Ember Grotto is here. Oh, there. Okay. There should be a Crawling Pools quest later on. That's where Kronk was, I think. Oh, I had to spend some skill points. Let's max out this skill so I know it's maxed out. So let's see what quests we can do here. I also need to complete the Bogwood Hollow quest eventually. Let's see, what was the Bogwood Hollow quest? Oh, it's not showing yet. So egg pots, 7 more egg pots and the boss.
That spell can't be cast. Your pet is running away.
Whoa, it stuns me from afar.
You are wounded.
Yeah, he kind of is imbalanced. He's stunning without even making an animation or anything. So stun is kind of broken, it seems, on the monster. First time for me to see that, but yeah, I guess it happens. I've heard other people complaining. I read some complaints about this, but I was yet to encounter it for myself.
Your pet has arrived.
Okay, after this one more egg pot.
Excess heat.
That would be it, the last one, then I can just rush some easy monsters and Oh, and elites, of course, can't miss.
Your life is slipping away. Time to vent heat. Vent heat to use more skills. Your bad day hurt.
Alright, almost done with this map. Took quite a while. And this one's pretty heavy. And somehow his HP gets hidden for a moment. So this one was cleared, almost gotten to the next level even, thanks to the quest.
Your health is low.
So now let's try and do the Bogwood Hollow quest. Whoa, what's that? So many bonuses, that's for the synergies. My pet makes a weird sound when I send it to the town. Is that what owls actually sound like? I thought they just hoot hoot and do such sounds. So, few more eggs and egg pots in this zone needed to complete the quest. There we go, first egg pot. Xor just burst.
You can't cast that spell here.
So, Hived egg pots in the Bogwood
You
Hollow.
are wounded. Frontier level increased.
Okay, this is maxed out. Now let's start maxing out this one. What's my total level? 48. Okay, let's try and get it to 50 today. So 2 more levels in this frontier. As for my quest, I already have the Crawling Pools quest. I still don't have the Underlakes quest though. And the Freeding Den I assume is in the next map. Oh no, it's over here. So in here is the Shady Retreat quest.
Your pet
Okay,
has
let's go to
returned.
the Crawling Pools then. For a Kronk fight. I'm not sure if I'm the correct level to go there. Might be a bit under leveled, but we'll see. Okay, elites.
Strength is returning.
Uniques actually with minions. Decent XP. Just
Is
gonna
the game
enjoy it
now
while
on
it
open
lasts.
alpha?
No, it's still a closed alpha. a while before the game is in open beta or something. Currently, there's few options you can do to gain access to the.
Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Struck Club.
Hi Vortra, and as the bot said it, thank you for the follow and welcome to my stream and to the Struck Club. And as for the game, there's few ways to get into the game. One of them is just to register on the website and wait for an invite. Another way is to participate in giveaways or contests, and eventually sometimes give away keys on the official Torchlight stream, which is /play Torchlight on Twitch. And there's also the official Torchlight Twitter channel. They sometimes do contests there and giveaways, so you might wanna follow those. The contests are usually on the official Twitch, whereas the giveaways are usually on the official. I mean, the contests are on the official Twitter and the giveaways are on the official Twitch. So if you're watching the official Twitch streams, just be ready for a key to be copy pasted or for a giveaway where you can sign up to be added in the Twitch channel. Sometimes they do the giveaways on Gleam, sometimes you might just end up seeing a key copy pasted in the chat, which would be just a bonus key. Okay, I think I need to go around.
I see need to check those, thanks.
Oh, no worries, and again, welcome for being here. They're inviting more and more people around the updates. So there was an update this week. But from what I'm seeing, every week or two there's a wave of invites being sent out. So they're gradually expanding the servers.
Did you try the train dude in the game?
Oh yeah, I've tried them all. If you wanna see it, I can log it in and show you. I even have some YouTube videos for each showcasing the video. I'll make videos for builds. Like I've got 9 different builds I made, and I wanna showcase all of those. Uploading videos with different builds. I've got max level on the Rail Master and the Mage. So maybe after this map I'm doing this quest.
Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub and welcome to the Struck Club. I just got struck right in the fields.
Thanks. Thanks indeed, I really appreciate it, it's really awesome, man. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. And let me quickly finish this map and I can show you some end game Rail Master content. I'll also give you a link to a document.
If you'd like to view the builds document I created, visit.
And this is a document with some builds. There might be some errors in there, but this is what I'll be using as a base of my build videos. So for the Rail Master I made 2 builds, one with the train and one without. Currently there's 4 train card skills, and 2 of them cannot be used with other 2. So I think Mortar could not be used with Flamethrower and Shield could not be used with Shotgun or something like that. So in my train build I decided to go for Flamethrower and Shotgun. They're the better options DPS. Whereas if you're with other players and want to have more support, probably Shield Car might be good and Mortar might be also decent option. So I'll be doing actually a boss fight now.
What is currently the best end game char for farming and progress?
Hands down the Mage. The mage seems to be the fastest DPS wise, and the clearing ratio of the mage is the fastest. Both my Realm Master and my mage are averagely geared at level 50-50 end game, and the mage is faster at clearing stuff. The Realm Master isn't that bad, especially with the update now. As for the Forged, my Forged is nowhere near the max level. They did make the leveling in the first few levels very fast, but after level 30 the leveling is kinda slower than it was before. So it's kind of a buff and a nerf at the same time. For me it's kinda early to judge this hero, the Forged, because before I hit 50-50 it's kinda hard to compare it with my current 50-50 character. But at some points I've had it pretty easy for this guy, but at other times it was pretty difficult, which is probably normal when leveling up, because there's the gear requirements jumping, like if you keep being under geared and under leveled, you have a hard time. This guy seems to be okay AoE wise, but when it comes to single target bursting, I somehow can't seem to be doing enough damage on some monsters. Okay, my pet is returned. Let me quickly throw out that item junk into the pet inventory. Okay, let me just check my quest. Crawling pools infestation. 3 champion Hybrid Guardians and tainted midgut samples. Basically I'll just kill stuff until it drops.
He seems to sustain pretty good, but he has a low kill speed. Low.
Yeah, he has a wall clearing speed. Sometimes he can make different nice bursts. Wait, I got. But maxing out rapid fire because it's like if you look at this, it gives me barrage skills damage, so all those skills are getting increased damage. And once I max this to level 12, I'll probably start maxing this one. And eventually I want to max out Swag Shot, because it's quite nice for single target and piercing. And it also is gonna crit a lot, so it's not bad. This one is also amazing. I can show you how it deals with AoE monsters, like with some clustered up. It also scales on
Vent heat to use more skills.
On most others you have weapon and offhand or two-hand taking both slots, but this guy also has a cannon. And this scales off of cannon damage. This one, I think all of those here scale off of cannon damage. So for those you need a good cannon. I could play a bit with Swag Shot for a while. See how it goes. Swag Shot is nice because of the piercing, mostly because of the piercing, but it's for slow second.
Ah.
Time to vent.
Since it's actually even a slow projectile, I think. And it also uses a lot of heat, 14 heat build, this one is 5. So kind of like for the price of one of the other one. But when the monsters are grouped up in like a line, it's also better to be using Swag Shot. Something that I would strongly recommend when using Poison Dart is when you can to craft yourself a Bane. Bane has a passive skill that, as you can see at level 7 of the Bane weapon, you can fire poisonous projectiles when you hit a poison target. It doesn't say what the chance is, but I'm assuming like 25-30% chance. You can see it now, like, do you see those green bolts? That's this passive. Even if you're not using poison dart, if you're using a weapon that has a chance to poison or an offhand that has a chance to poison.
Do you already know if your progress will reset with a major release?
For now, they're saying there won't be a wipe. They say they're done with the wipes, but of course they can always make a wipe if they end up changing something drastically. So it's a possibility. It's not a given, but it's a possibility for now that something like this would happen and they would actually need to wipe. But hopefully they wouldn't need to wipe.
True, true.
Gained a quest.
Okay, so that will be a boss fight. I couldn't complete this quest with all the 3 champions, so I might have to restart the area afterwards. I probably might get my ass kicked on this dude. That's actually the dude that drops the item needed to craft the Bane staff. So you need good AoE clearing if you want to do this boss well.
Time to vent.
Spawning ads. He also keeps spawning some AoE thingies around the ground. Oh, I only have 4 potions. I need to be extra careful here. Whitening is something that they added patch, and it's amazing because you have a chance of shocking and then spawning those whitening bolts on shocked enemies. So you have gear that gives you more bolts. Shock. Type of gear. I really like builds with that type of electricity.
You feel healthy again.
It's a bit difficult to do this boss on a forged, but I'll do my best. With just the 4 potions I've got, and now I only have 2 left actually. It's a challenge. If I keep kiting and just spamming range projectile in his charges, I'll be okay. I've got the good AoE clearance with... oh shit.
Gravely wounded.
Yeah, I should only burst him when I've cleared all the ads. Okay, almost there.
Raise your frontier level.
Okay, good. Let's see those boots. Actually, that's a chest armor. Well, I'll have to actually equip this. Gonna lose some DPS, but at least it's not that much DPS I'm losing. Of course, shields are always good on bosses. Sometimes it's better to be extra tanky. Chance to poison, chance to bleed, extra defense. Well, this is like what, 8 defense extra, won't be that much of a difference. For now, let me quickly go on my Realm Master just to show you a map or 2 on that class, so you have some idea how it feels to do endgame on it.
THX.
No worries, dude, no worries. I usually play the no train build, but I can show you both builds, like a bit of gameplay of one and the other play style, so you have some idea what the difference of playing either is. My usual build is kind of like this with slight difference. I'm using a relic weapon skill. This is the relic weapon I recommend if you wanna play how do I say it, a no train AoE master build on the rail master. So if you want a rail master without the trains, this is a great skill to have because it gives you sword smash. Sword smash doesn't use endurance and it doesn't use charges. This uses endurance, this uses endurance, and this uses endurance. So when your endurance is used up, you have those 5 points of endurance. And you can get the default recharge, I think, is 1 endurance per second, and you can get it all the way to 1.5 per second. So in between the different skills you can cast this. And you can also cast Hammer Spin, which doesn't cost endurance, but it has 2 charges and regenerates charges as you go. So let me just check what maps I've got. Goblin maps. Okay, I'll start a map from here. Actually, let's go to the fort first. Because I want to collect and start crafting a new map. So I'll show you both builds. So yesterday, when I was recording my video for this class, I actually managed to kill White Bolt, which is the goblin, one of the difficult goblin bosses, pretty fast with a flamethrower and shotgun train cart. So if we get the same map, I'll actually do the boss on the train build. For now, let's quickly go and use the map and go inside the map. This is actually the end game. You're crafting those maps here and you use them in the inventory to open a portal. Currently you can't exit the map and return it, but later on they'll add an option to exit and return inside it. If you die, you can either resurrect at the town and not be able to return, resurrect at the start of the map, or resurrect at your current spot. The resurrecting at the town is free, the others are 10 and 5%. This is actually a great map. This is my favorite map of this frontier because it has a huge density of monsters and it's an open area. Let's just give them some time to load up because there's gonna be some rubber banding if I start hitting right. Okay, I think we're safe now. So this build basically is spamming dynamites to make them take more damage. Then with this you're stunning them and doing some massive damage. With this you're kind of able to escape and have a speed boost. And with this train skill, which sometimes turns invisible, that's kind of a glitch, you're doing massive damage and knocking them back. And it's got a long range. You can see I can probably hit all the way there. So like all the way here. The actual combo here is 1, 2, 3, so Dynamite, Pound and Hammer Spin. Or Dynamite, Pound and Ghost Train. But for Dynamite, Pound and Ghost Train you would really need some Endurance Regen Shrine. What I like to do on this map is actually I can go around all the spawn spots, get them to spawn up, and then I just blast a train in the middle of them, just to clear them all. I've even named this Goblin Bowling because it reminds me of using a bowling ball on a bunch of keks. Instead I'm using Ghost Train and Goblins. As you can see, I've been having some rubber banding, like I can hit them and it takes like half a second or a second for the hit to actually do something, and that's been all day today. They did something to the
The
servers
visuals are
yesterday.
great.
Oh yeah, the visuals really are great. I can play zoomed in a bit so you can see up close what it is.
Your endurance is decreasing.
But it's Unreal Engine 4, I mean, it has to be good. It has a potential to look good as long as the textures are nice and so, and the effects and animations. And it's actually a good engine for an ARPG. It is an engine mostly for shooters, but also it's good for that type of isometric games as well. I would really like an isometric arena 4v4v4 v4, like 4 teams of 4s or 4 teams of 5 people in a big map with a bunch of monsters where you have like an hour or so to make as much points, like 45 minutes or something like that. Unreal Engine would be probably the best one to do something like that, and not your typical BR game. But yeah, for shooters it's probably one of the best engines. But it turns out for such games it's also amazing in the hands of good developers.
That reminds me OC.
Warcraft you mean? Or what do you mean by OC?
Of Warcraft 3 minigames.
Yeah, this is actually my brother made a map and actually was helping him with a few systems in the map in Warcraft 3, and that's exactly what I eventually wouldn't mind playing. One of those Warcraft maps. We had a map code, let me write it. This is the name of our map, and we had gambling in there, we had enchanting of the weapons, and we found some skins, World of Warcraft skins for Warcraft 3. Good proper models, 3D models or stuff like that. I think it was some guy from Serbia or something like that that created those models, like imported them from World of Warcraft into Warcraft 3. And we had a system where you can enchant your weapons, and as you go +1, +2, +3, etc., all the way to +9, I think the glows changed, like different glow colors, like the way it is in Lineage 2, depending on the item upgrade. So we had such a system in such a map. We had different bosses in different parts of the map. So this is something I would really want to see making a comeback in the commercial gamer, how do I say it, scene, because we lack that type of games now, because people don't play that type of games. There's a Korean game that's gonna be a BR.
Yeah, and it would be great if you could also spawn some enemies in your penance fields with gold like the Hero Line Tower Wars.
Well, we had what we had in our map back there was just some different locations where mobs keep respawning and you can farm them. Even the bosses kept respawning. But what I envisioned, I even have a sketch of the map. The thing is, I'm not a developer. I can make the design of the level in Unreal Engine with assets. Like I can make the map, I can make rivers, deserts, all that stuff. I can make all of it the way how I want it to look, but all the scripting I can't. But the way I envision it is there should be 3 different bosses if it's 3 teams, there should be 3 different bosses, and I want it placed like a Y, like the peace sign. Like if you have one base here, one base here, one base here, in between each 2 bases place a boss. You have to kill all 3 bosses to unlock a big boss in the middle. And then if you collect all those keys from the 3 bosses, you unlock the boss in the middle, but only your faction can enter the boss. But the other faction can wait for you at either of those other bosses, and they can also wait for you in the middle, so there's gonna be some PvP there. And that's gonna be nice. Killing that boss could actually be something like that gives you either a good item or a buff or something like that, or a point maybe. Maybe it could give you 2 points for killing or 3 points for killing the big boss and 1 point for killing the small bosses. I don't know, I still haven't thought about the gameplay things. I've only thought about the design, like where I want the desert, where I want the ice zones, where I want the swamplands and all that stuff, where I want rocky mountains. I mean, I have it all like as an idea in my head what I want it to look like, but yeah, I'm not that good with making it happen. But I wouldn't mind giving the idea for free to someone if they feel like making it uh, without even even I don't even care about someone crediting me, as long as they can make such a game happen, because I really enjoy playing it. And yeah, I just only have a drawing of what I want to happen, and I started making the map some months ago, but it's really difficult for a single person to do this, so for now I'm just experimenting every now and then with within the engine in regards to level design. The good thing is Unreal has a lot of
Sounds
free
great.
assets.
I really miss those kind of games.
Indeed, indeed. They were so fun. They were fun, and they didn't take more than half an hour, 40-50 minutes. And it was worth the investment, even though you know you lose that progress. That kind of roguelike gameplay, it was still fun. Okay, this one would take a lot. I'll use my relic weapon here to just speed things a little. And yeah, it will be an amazing thing if someone makes such a game. And some Korean company is now making a VR third-person RPG game, like an ARPG but VR. If only it wasn't a BR but that type of arena, they would have made it like a big hit. Because I saw some video yesterday about this game. I forgot its name, but it looks amazing in regards to visuals. But the only downside would be it's a BR. If it was a team deathmatch like 10v10v10, like 4 teams of 10 or 5 teams of 10 people, it probably would have been nice. Or if it was just like 5 teams of 5 people, that would have been nice, and with respawns, not with like die and end the game. But I think they're just gonna make it the typical BR. Unless they add some different types of modes. Because having the map freedom in regards to what modes you can add inside it. You can add BR mode if you want, you can add a deathmatch mode, you can add team deathmatch. But I'd really like something that requires some investment and some leveling and some maybe crafting, or at least if not crafting, system.
That might be possible.
So I have no idea what those Koreans have planned for their version,
With different
for their
modes.
game. Yeah, because the video I saw looks amazing graphic wise. So if they don't keep it just a simple free-for-all BR or duos or teams BR, it would be pretty nice if it's just
Your pet is back.
a very different modes type of game.
Not enough endurance.
But yeah, currently this is the hype, BR, so I understand why everyone wants to make the BR. But Black Desert didn't seem to go well with an RPG like an MMO VR. So we'll see how the other Korean company who is trying to make something like that, how they will succeed in something
Hot.
of the type. Oh, JT, hi, how are you today? Nice to see you again, dude.
Inventory is full.
Are you waking up just now? Okay, new breaches. Extra damage, less HP. I actually might equip those.
Doing okay,
So,
how are you? Nah.
I'm good as well, I'm good as well. I kinda got bored leveling the forge and decided to show a bit of a Realm Master gameplay. And let me quickly swap to a build that implements the train skills before the level ends. So this is kind of what I do when I do a train skill build. I do something like that. Where am I? I'm here, okay. Let's go that way. Oh! Are those glitched? I think they're glitched. They're not moving. Or maybe my train is preventing them from moving.
DDO, those skills low say you can't use mortar and flamethrower at the same time.
Yeah. You can't use mortar and flamethrower, and you can't use shield and shotgun at the same time. So you can only use two at the same time, regardless what combo you decide to make.
Well, that's dumb.
Well, it is, but in a way, I understand why they made it that way. I can't get rid of the train. Oh shit. Now how do I get those enemies to move? They got stuck in their
It
spawning
forces you to
animation.
waste points.
Well, look, it's not a waste of points, I'll show you why. Because you get passive bonuses. This gives you active train skill cooldowns. This gives you damage when near your train. This gives you active skill damage to all train cars. And what is active skill damage? It is when you press number 2 or number 4. This is active skill. If you don't press it, there is the passive skill of the car, like shooting every few seconds. This one gives you default train car skill cooldowns. So this gives you cooldowns to the active skills of the train. So in a way it forces you to be more clever of how you use those cars. Like making you pick two cars to use as active and the other ones to use as a passive. I'm sure they're gonna add two more cars and they're also probably gonna be mutually exclusive. So you're gonna have three passives and three actives. Oh, those mobs are bugged, so let's just leave them. And let's just keep going. I mean, at first I thought, well, that's bad, so why did they do it? But then I thought about it differently from a build making perspective, and I saw what they had in mind. Although I really wish I could use mortar and flamethrower together. This is what I actually was gonna do for my train build. I wanted to use mortar and flamethrower instead of flamethrower and shotgun. Shotgun is kind of like the active is sniping, the passive is AoE blasting anything that comes close. You can see it now, blasting all the enemies. I'll try and get the train up there. They're also currently working on
If
making
they
the
want to
train
limit
move
cars,
slightly
they should
faster.
just let you drag which ones you want.
Yeah, I think it should be that way. They should let you pick two ones you want. They should just make it pick any two you want and just play around with it. This is exactly what I think the way it should be. Just make it so you can't use more than two. It's kind of harder to code it that way, the logic, but it shouldn't be that much harder. They just have to add something like a group or property or whatever it's called, and put all those skills into that group and make it so that you can't use more than two skills that belong into that group at the same time. Something like that probably is how the logic would look like. I'm saying I'm not a developer or anything, so I don't know exactly how it works, but kind of how I imagine it. Okay, this one got blasted. At first he wasn't getting hit by my flamethrower, which was weird. But then as soon as he started getting hit, he
Diren,
got kinda
thank you
melted.
for the follow and welcome to the Struck Club.
Hey Duran, thank you again. Thank you as well for the follow from me and welcome
Is
to my
electric
stream and
damage
to
new
the Struck Club.
recently? I don't
Electric
recall
damage
finding
is
any
new.
in the past.
Electric damage is new with this update, and there's something I wanna show you about it. There's thing like a mod that's chance to shock. And in addition to that, there's additional bolts fired on shock. So you have gear that gives you additional bolts fired on shock. And I think you can get gloves with 4, you can get a weapon with 2, you can get probably an offhand with 2, and I think one more thing could give you this bonus. So in the end you can end up like 8 or something different additional bolts fired on shock. They're probably gonna nerf this soon, but I'm really hoping they just leave it as it is, because I really like it. And it really fits my whole image, my whole struck person. And I was so happy when I saw this on the patch day. I was like, oh really? They added electricity, lightning, and they added boats? And my loyalty currency is also called boats in my channel. So it's a nice thing there. I'm not trying to be effective here, I'm just playing around, messing. Playing with different skills. I probably would have done the map way faster if I was trying to. But let's try and surround this monster with train tracks. Now just burst him. Did you see what happens? The flamethrower is so powerful. It's just so powerful, really. Also, I did have a Shrine of Might. Maybe I can still keep that shrine for the boss fight. Did you see? I just bursted him before it could even react. This is probably the fastest I've killed this boss ever on any character. And that's actually a good drop. This is an upgrade because it's fire instead of physical defense. Might be less attack speed, but I couldn't care about that. Okay. So, maybe I can do a map on the mage. Show you a bit of mage gameplay today, and then I can go back on the forged. Let's do one map on the mage quickly.
Nice.
Yeah, the flamethrower is a boss melter. It's what the Realm Master was missing to be viable on boss fights. This mage. So these past 3 days I've been releasing YouTube videos, 1 video a day. So now that I'm done with the class showcase videos for the 3 classes, I'll start making YouTube videos for builds. I'll try to keep the pace of 1 video a day, so 1 build a day. I'll probably start with...
Thank you for now, I'll hop in tomorrow again.
No worries, dude. Thank you as well for the subscription, for the follow, and for being in my stream. Much appreciated.
Need to sleep.
Me too. It's 2:48 AM here. I'll just do one map on the mage and maybe I'll call it a night and do some more leveling up tomorrow. But again, it was much appreciated. And let me quickly check what maps have I got on this dude. Oh, this is actually an upgrade. Anyone wanna see a specific build? I've got all skills leveled up. Some are on level 1, but it doesn't matter. I can show you a Spirit Well build, I can show you a Holy Fury build, or I can show you my typical Spiker build. Maybe I'll just show all of them one after the other. Of course, some builds won't be as powerful because I haven't maxed out their stats, and it will be a Hivit map because I've got Hivit gear on.
Show your favorites first.
Yep, that's what I'll do. First I'll show you my Spiker or Worker build, because it reminds me of StarCraft workers, the way the spikes come from the ground. Also, if you want to see the builds I'm using, let me quickly post that link. Here's a link to the document I made. I'll be basing my builds on that document.
If you'd like to view the builds document I created, visit.
Okay, this is a bug. Did you see that I used the map and it didn't port me into the map and it returned me into the... It's been happening yesterday, and after yesterday they started messing something with the servers. I wasted 8 maps like that trying to enter a map and it just kept porting me outside. And today I've been rubber banding especially at the start while the maps are loading. I'm not sure whether they're doing something with the servers or with the netcode. I'll try again. I'll quickly collect my crafted map and start crafting a new one. Just to see how it goes. I only have one more Hivit map. If it doesn't work, I'll have to wait for the other one to get crafted. So yeah, first off I'll start with the Spiker build.
Do feedback about this issue. I'm
They know
surprised
about
they
it.
haven't fixed it yet.
I already...
If you can't do map works, what's the point?
We already complained on Discord, and even the CEO, Max Schaefer, or I'm sure I'm not pronouncing the name correctly, but Max said that they were doing something to the servers and it should be fixed eventually. And it was fixed. It was just the second time it happened. But what's happening is at the start of the map I can now see the monsters, unlike before, but they are kind of lagging and rubber banding, which is still kind of an
Good to know
improvement.
they know about this issue.
Yeah, if the big boss knows about the issue, then it's good. He's actually a very fun CEO. He came into the stream, the official stream yesterday, and kept posting some keys for people who might want them. He's also active on the Discord every now and then. And yesterday was Friday, so he felt playful and kept being active and messing with us in Discord. So this build basically relies on Consecration to boost damage, Luminous Run just to move around. It has like 0.3 seconds downtime in between the casts. I'm spamming my number 3 now. So 0.3 seconds left on the cooldown. Now you can see here duration 4.04, cooldown 4.8. So I don't know why it said 0.3 there, but in any case it's nice. So this is my speed, this is my damage boost, this is my main damage skill, and this is my skill to damage single targets like bosses. Because up close all 3 projectiles hit. You can see what I mean. This is like one shot. Whereas with the spikes, now you see what I'll do to those. I'll just melt them. And this was Consecration with Unholy Bolt. But I've got items that give me Unholy Bolt damage. This one. So this is my main clearing skill. It's used for anything like trash mobs, easy elites, and when something gets difficult, I use my Consecration and Unholy Bolt for single target bursting. And this one is for when I need to get extra damage. This one. It's what I use to fill this dark bar. And the Disc Mage has such a mechanic where when you use light skills, you fill up the dark bar. When the dark bar is full, you use a dark skill and you get a buff that gives you damage. The same but vice versa is for the white bar, and the buff is for energy regen. This one is the best skill for getting this white bar up. You can see two casts almost got it full. The more the enemies it hits, the better it is, but let's try and find a big group so we can fill it up so you can see what I mean about that buff. Okay, maybe this guy would fill it up. Okay, it's full. Now if I use a white skill, I'm getting this faster energy regen buff. Now let's fill up the dark bar.
Not really like unholy bolts, because most bolts miss enemy. If you are close,
No.
yes you can hit with every bolts.
Unholy Bolt is the skill you use close range, point blank. It's the thing you do on bosses. You go right next to the boss and you just spam it up close. And if you have to, you run around the boss to avoid hits. But ideally you would keep inside the consecration circle and the boss around here. But Unholy Bolt is not only it keeps spreading, it's random. You can see it doesn't always go in the exact same direction. It might go here, it might go there, it might go there. So this is something very nice about this skill. This weird way of movement. But yes, this is a skill I use just for close range combat. This one is for single target when you want to fill that bar and when you want to be precise, because it's very good for sniping. I can show you something else, another skill that's like Unholy Bolt, but more precise. And this pierces, so this actually hits in a line. But it uses a lot of mana, so if you're planning on using Absolver, you need an offhand with mana regen. You need at least 40% mana regen per second.
In future, maybe in higher level.
What I would like to see is some actual legendaries that modify the different skills, like adding extra bolt to Holy Bolt, or extra row of spikes to Energy Spike, or an extra bolt to Absolver, stuff like that. Maybe making it do less damage, but add more rows, stuff like this, just to balance it out. Maybe some sort of unique legendaries. Currently we do have a few unique legendaries, like we have a sword that gives you 2 times block chance. We have this great sword that gives you 2 times attack speed, and normally you wouldn't get that.
Skills on skills.
It's kind of like modifiers, modifiers for skills. Path of Exile has such things, Diablo has such things, so it's something typical for games to add eventually gear that changes the behavior of a skill without breaking the game, without making it too overpowered. You can see Absolver isn't a bad skill. Before I couldn't get to using it because I didn't feel like farming so many skill points. But yeah, Absolver is nice. Now let me show you the beam build. The beam build is basically this. I could use this one here, but it's not necessary. Maybe I'll use this here actually. You could put this. This is good for a passive, but you can also use it as an active. If you max out Radiant Blast, you get shit tons of Dark Spear duration. You get like what is it, 12 times 2.1. Make the maths if you feel like it. So what this build needs is Dark Spears, Consecration, Luminous Run. Radiant Blast could be downgraded to passive only, but it's suggested to level it up to level 12. You need Holy Fury and you need Energy Spike if you're having troubles with filling up this bar. I would suggest having it as a passive only, but you can also use it as an active. It can also always be changed for something else, but what this build does is this. It stops an enemy completely 100% slow. And if you max out Radiant Blast, you can keep 3 instances of Dark Spears. Because the duration is 13 point something seconds, but the cooldown is 3.5, something like that. So this gives you Dark Spears duration. Currently I can keep up to 2 at the same time. As you see, cooldown is 4. And can I get more cooldown? You can probably get more cooldown with some items and get it even better. But the idea is to just keep spamming Dark Spears and keep spamming Holy Fury. As you can see, he couldn't move because that's 50% slow from here and 50 from here. This is changing in the future. The limit would be 80% slow. Because there's things like mages, being 2 mages in a party. So there could be 2 mages with beams or 2 mages with dark spears, and they can abuse this and keep doing that 100% slow without using both skills. So they decided to just make it 80% slow limit, which is still good. I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind at all if it's 80%. It's still good enough. It's not OP. And look, I'm not even using my Consecration. Let's try Consecration and Dark Spears. Just Dark Spears. Just for those elites, let's just try and kill them with Dark Spear and maybe with Radiant Blast. Radiant Blast has like, when you max it out, you can get around 500 and something % damage. It can be very powerful. Like 500% Radiant Blast damage, roughly. And that's if the weapon damage base is 48%, that's 5 times 48%. I think on my document, I'll quickly check it. I tried to do some calculations roughly. And 143.75% weapon damage is what the build should be getting when you do that build the way it should be done, the way I've planned for it. Currently, of course, I don't have enough skill points to max out everything, and the reset system is not added yet. So I just took 1 point in this, and in this skill, so I can just show the skills and just experiment around. But currently, even at level 1, I don't feel like the build is bad. And if you have frost, like freezing and chilling, like this one, or no, this one, chance to freeze and chance to chill. This is something that goes very well with Holy Fury. And with this specific build that relies on slowing and keeping enemies at bay. And why Radiant Blast is good? When an enemy comes nearby, even though you have all that slowing and dark spears and all that stuff, you can just knock them back. Like, look at this dude. Ah, he ran away to the pet. Okay, let's try and find a bigger group. Let's try and gather those around me. And he was ported over there, all the way there with a knockback. And this is just melting with the beam, but you can stack the damage from dark spears with the damage from the beam. Let's Let's try it without consecration. See, not so bad, not so bad. This was a legendary monster that usually dies slow. Now, I'll try and find something like a difficult target again and save my consecration for that. But it might not be much time, so let's just kill some enemies and change the build to the summoning build. Okay, last bit of enemies on this build. Again without consecration. And that's without filling up the dark bar. The dark buff or the light buff. I don't really need the white buff for the extra mana, but if someone needs it, energy spike is an excellent choice. So let me quickly change the build before those enemies die. We're gonna do this, and maybe let's try entropy with the build. We don't need Radiant Blast, but it could also be good for that build. It's not a bad option. I probably would want this so I can have extra mana, because this is a lot of mana draining. This is also kind of draining my mana. So the build would be something like this: 1, 2, then the enemies, or maybe the enemies before Dark Spears. Although this one is kind of not the best one to show, because he keeps running away. You can also combine it. You can combine this with that build, so they can't run away and you can keep them in place for your minions. So there's a lot of possibilities. The Disc Mage has 11 skills, all the other classes have 10. So a little bit more experimentation can be done in regards to Disc Mage. This means you can max out 8 skills and have extra 3 skill points. It should be extra 4, but there's a glitch currently and we have 99 instead of 100 skill points. So ideally you would be 8 skills 12, 1 skill 4. On the other characters that's kind of maxing out almost all skills and having 1 4 and not using only one. Here you're not using 2 skills. If I go for Absolver, I won't be using Radiant Blast and I won't be using Spirit Well per se. Much like put 4 points here, 8 points there, things like that. So this build basically is you spamming Spirit Well, using Consecration, trying to stay inside the Consecration circle. I think if you're in the Consecration circle, those minions do more damage, regardless of whether they are inside it or not. And you could add Radiant Blast if you want to keep them away from you. Let's show this now. This is kind of combining my Beamer build with Spirit Well for extra damage and Dark Spears. So we are using the Dark Spears and Spirit Well extra damage per second, and we are keeping the enemy rooted with Dark Spears and Holy Fury, and using Consecration as bonus. So this is actually a pretty good setup. If this one was level 12, it would have had more minion duration, and it's gonna be like let me check how many second duration. So 102% duration, which means around 20 seconds duration, 22 seconds, 24 seconds duration. I'm getting 8.5% and it's 12 seconds. So without those 8.5 it could be probably a bit less than 12. I'm not sure exactly how it is. Whether it's 12 point something now, it's not showing me point something. But let's say it's 24 seconds duration and it's cooldown 16 seconds. So it means you can actually have 2 Spirit Wells if you max out this probably. I'm not sure if that's duration for the whole skill or duration for each minion. But if it's for the whole skill, it's gonna be pretty nice. So yeah, this is not maxed out, but still pretty powerful. The way it is now. Of course, I've got good gear, so even if you have blue gear only, at level 50 you would be viable. But keep in mind I'm doing a DPS build. I'm using physical damage flat bonus on my chest and on my legs. And this one gives me 9.6 crit chance, this one gives me 11 point crit chance, this gives me 5.4 crit chance. So this is a crit chance built with 25%. 25% is not good, it should be over 30, but we got nerfed. But even with 25% I'm kind of okay with this build. Because I usually use energy spike on my mage, and it has a huge chance. Spikes. Another good piece of information I found out is proc can proc a proc. So burning can proc poison or something like that. And poison can proc shock and things like that. Like if you're doing your poison over time and you have a chance to shock gear, the poison damage over time can proc the shocks. I think that's it for tonight from me. It's already 3:10 a.m. I'll stream more tomorrow after I'm done with my first build video. I'll probably start with a Rail Master video on the first day. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe I could just do a Dusk Mage video first, because I started on a Mage. Regardless, more builds would follow as the time passes. And as I get uh, more used to the software I'm using to make the videos. Thanks everyone again for being here, for watching, for the subscriptions, donations and all that stuff, and just for being part of this. Keep it cool guys, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you.